Hey everyone, Bewy here. Welcome to episode 7 of my expert mode Ness run for Terraria. Last time, the young psychic wonder showed his skills and dominated the 3 mechanical bosses. Next, Ness went to the underground jungle to prepare for Plantera. Once you slay all 3 mechanical bosses, Plantera's bulbs will start to spawn in the underground jungle. The bulbs spawn in random locations, and there is no limit to how many can be on the map at once. However, they won't spawn within about a 300 by 300 tile rectangle from each other. Destroying a bulb summons the fearsome Plantera. To deal with this monster, I recommend building a big square or rectangle, and having a few rows of platforms evenly spaced for manoeuvring. By this stage you should have unlocked the party girl, who sells bubbles. She'll sell bubbles as soon as you enter hard mode. Now, for the purpose of holding liquids, bubbles count as solid blocks, but you can run through them as if they weren't there. This is so useful for arenas like this, where you don't want solid blocks hampering your movement options. I also recommend that you build your arena close to a few bulbs for 2 reasons. Firstly, after she spawns, Plantera will chase you. She can go through blocks, you can't. So if you're not careful, you can die well before you make it to your arena. Secondly, you don't want this to happen.
Oh, you're kidding. Really? Okay, that's obviously too far. Ah.
Let's check out what should have happened. Oof, that was a tough one. Let's try it again. After slaying Plantera, new enemies will spawn in the dungeon. These enemies have some excellent drops. 2 of the drops that Ness could use were the Magnet Sphere and the Kraken. The Magnet Sphere throws out a slow moving ball of energy that zaps nearby enemies. It can be quite helpful against slower, packed together mobs. The Kraken, on the other hand, is an immensely powerful yo-yo. It has 30 more base damage than the Yellets. After picking up the Magnet Sphere, but before Ness could grab the Kraken, he was summoned home to defend his base against a solar eclipse. Slaying Plantera also means that Mothram can now drop the Eye of Cthulhu. No, not the boss. That's the Eye of Cthulhu. The yo-yo is the Eye of Cthulhu. See the difference? Good. This is the second strongest yo-yo in the base game, and the strongest yo-yo that can be obtained prior to defeating the Moon Lord. Ness thinks that everything happens for a reason. And it's true. Yes, he didn't get the Kraken back in the dungeon, but that's because he was going to get the Eye of Cthulhu from slaying his first Mothra. Ness then returned to the jungle to look for the temple. Opening Plantera's loot bag will give you a temple key. Surprise, surprise, this item unlocks the door to the temple in the jungle. In the temple lies the golem, who you must slay to reach the Moon Lord. The temple is formed in the underground jungle. While the player will usually discover the temple throughout exploring, Ness didn't. This was somewhat surprising, especially when considering how much the jungle Ness had previously explored. Inside the temple, Ness found himself enough wire and traps to make the mechanic jealous. These traps are much stronger than the pre-hard mode traps you find. I recommend taking an item that shows you wire so you can avoid the traps, or better yet, take some wire cutters and take the wire and traps for yourself. Ness set up some of his newly found traps and the usual assortment of statues, and proceeded to take on the golem. The end was now in sight. Ness could see the Moon Lord just out in the distance. Unfortunately, that'll have to wait for next time. For now, I'll leave you with Ness's return fight with Plantera post-alien invasion.